All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome to Dallas, Texas Card House, Saturday night, final table, the tournament here. I got special guest with me, Chris Cashman, in the month. How's going on, Chris?
Doing great. Really excited to help you out.
Well, I appreciate it. We have Derek out on assignment. We got the. We started here a little late here, but we got a head going on right now. We'll jump right into it. See what's going on here. Hand number 4.
Looks like Frogzilla has a pair and a flush draw. Aaron ends up all in. I don't know how action went, but
So Frogzilla 1.2 to call here.
looks like all in to call. This is the bigger one, the $500 buy-in.
It is, yeah.
Bigger Saturday tournament, yeah. A lot on the line. Oh, wow, and he lays it down.
Wow. I'd like to see the river. What about you?
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah. See.
Pair and a flush draw. Hard to be in much trouble against anything. But.
Yeah, the last Saturday of the month, so it is a $500 buy-in. A little bigger, right? Exactly. And we'll get to know the players here in the final table. Right now we've got Salem in the box, pitching them out.
Great dealer.
Yeah, excellent dealer. Then we already saw Frogzilla, who finished second. I don't know if you know that, Chris. He finished second last week, and made the final table. Here it is, back to back. I'm telling you, I say this a lot, but he's definitely one of those players. When he comes to the table, he'll make you sit up straight and pay attention. But we'll get to that in a little bit.
Sounds like he's on a heater as well.
I'm telling you, I'll tell you a situation that happened earlier. To give you an idea of what kind of player that he is. Yeah, we'll get to know everybody else here. We had 173 entries today. Hand number 5 here at the final. We're down to the final 9. See, where's the action here? Well, here's a friend of yours, right? Poor, yeah.
Legend. Played more 2-5 with him than almost anybody else. Every morning for 6 months, he'd show up at 6 a.m. I'd be here from the night before.
There it is.
Play for a couple hours. Really fun guy. Should be fun to watch.
Yeah, he's sitting there at 560 chips. 560,000 chips, I guess.
That's like 20 big blinds. I think the big blind is 30K right now. Has chips to play with.
Yeah, we're at hand number 6 blinds there, as you can see. 15, 30, and 30. We got 71 people watching right now. Appreciate y'all coming out and checking us out here. I'm sure some of you here listening know Chris from the room. He's here, occasionally.
Every now and then.
Yeah.
Spend more time here than just about anybody else, I think.
Yeah. Well, there's more than a handful I think might have you beat, but it's close. It's close.
It's pretty close. Someone in the chat, ADC Scooter says, Cashman, you have the best first name ever. Are your parents psychopaths or can they actually spell Christopher? Thankfully, they can actually spell Christopher. There's no K's. There's an H in there.
Yeah.
Only right.
Checking out the new room next week?
Well, talking about the new room, we're going to talk a little bit about that too. I can't wait.
I'm really excited as well.
I can't wait. Yeah, from what I understand, talking to you earlier, you one of the few people that don't work there that got a little tour already.
Yeah, I got the exclusive back behind the scenes tour.
Well, ain't you special? Good for you. You know it's gorgeous then, right?
Amazing. Yeah, it's one of the nicest poker rooms I've ever been in. I'm really excited to see it get rolling.
We're having a little hiccups here in the stream.
I've been waiting all day to say that.
There's Herbert there in seat 8. He's a more than part-time regular here. You can find here, more surprised when I don't see him here,
Sure.
But he's a regular tournament player. Plays a lot of the dailies. It could easily be found at the final table at any time.
Sure. Looks like Aaron, one of our chip leaders, wakes up with 6s in the small blind. Makes it 75 count.
I like 6s. It used to be my favorite hand, but everybody knows pocket 10s are my favorite hand now.
Sure.
But you know, I like pocket sixes.
I'm a fan as well.
Of tens or sixes?
Both.
Yeah.
Not tens. I'm a
Well,
sixes fan.
Well, you're
Tens hater.
You're a fan of any pocket pair. Would that be a safe assumption? And
Tens have punished me, I think. Maybe
Yeah.
one of the hands that I'm down lifetime with. I don't know how. I don't know why, but I find myself in sticky spots.
it seems like I flop sets with tens more than any other, and ten's my favorite number anyway. It's, you know. Having a little hiccups here, looks like. I'm sure the guys will get it straightened out here. There we go. Chuck, a regular here. He could also be found here in a daily tournaments, you know.
I don't know if I've played with him, but I've definitely seen him around a lot.
Yeah,
he
can. I don't really see him much at the cash tables. He's more of a tournament guy all the time. There it is. He's going to go all in with the ace king.
Just going to put his 33 big blinds in there.
There's Poor. He's got the suited.
He's pretty upset getting rid of the
Frogzilla.
Super pretty.
He's got. Poor's got the worst seat in the house. He's sitting to the right of Frogzilla there.
Frogzilla makes a good fold.
Yeah. Poor feels like he's handcuffed, you know, sitting next to Frogzilla.
Looks like Chuck gets it done.
Yeah, Chuck, one of the few players here at the final table who will get respect like that. You know, they know he'll have which gives him a lot of opportunities to bluff a little bit because they think he's got the goods all the time.
Sure.
Coming up on hand number 9. Here you go. Made a lot of money with pocket tens, lost with pocket jacks. Isn't that the case?
For sure.
I'd win a big pot with pocket tens, and 2 hands later, I got pocket jacks and give it all right back. Yeah, and then some. But you know what I'm saying.
Poor's going to limp in with a suited ace.
Andrew on a button also has a suited ace, slightly bigger. They'll throw it away. Herbert go to call.
I'm probably pitching Poor's hand pre-flop, as suited aces are really valuable in like deep stack cash games, that kind of thing, what the Poor's used to. But you lose some of their value when the implied odds of like flush over flushing someone go away because you only have 10 big blinds each. So they lose some value the shorter stack you become. Flops the best of it anyways, I think, right? No, Herbert has 3.
Herbert has, he's got the 3. Look at this. Herbert going to make the call. Not a believer of Poor.
Herbert turns trips and gets the job done on the river.
Nicely played. Definitely loved seeing that 3 on the turn, didn't he?
Definitely makes you feel better.
All right, chat's starting to go up. Just went over 100. Appreciate you all tuning in. I got Chris Cashman in the booth with me tonight. Derek is taking the night off, relaxing.
Happy to help Mr. Mitch out anytime.
I appreciate it. Looks like we're having some slight glitches in the feed here.
Both cards out at the same time. Thank you.
Just bear with us. I'm sure it'll be all okay. Herbert got the button this time, and something a little better than the 7-3 he had. He got a little king jack. Uh-oh.
Runs into it.
Uh-oh. This could be trouble here.
Especially considering Herbert's already put 100K in.
Yeah.
Might become a situation.
Oh,
John's just going to call.
Just go make the call. I like it.
It's a little play.
check.
Very good flop there for John. Herbert's still having, uh-oh. That, you know, isn't that always the case right there?
Check.
Isn't that always the case?
Unfortunate.
Bet 100.
John, go ahead and make it a little bet out there.
Fan of John going for a little value on the end.
Yeah.
Nothing to get paid by, and takes it down.
Herbert didn't want to take a chance on just chopping a pot there, playing the board. Thought maybe that might be the case. Makes a good lay down. So, Chris, are you ready for the new opening over at Las Colinas?
I'm really excited.
I am too. I can't wait. We haven't got the official schedule yet out, but I do believe, I'm hopeful that I'll be over there. Wednesdays, it opens up on Wednesday. It's usually my day off, but you know, they said everybody's going to be, you know, they're going to come up with the schedule. So they told us to pay attention to the schedule. So I'll know Monday. But I think it'd be cool to deal the very first hand in the room. I think you know.
You deserve that that honor, Mr. Mid.
Well, you know, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure anybody, all these dealers out here, you know, could do it. But I'd like to do it for sure. I'd like to do it. Say I was the first one to deal. I wasn't here on day one here in Dallas at the TCH here. I didn't come right away. About a couple months after I showed up.
There are also some really exciting promos. Around like the first couple weeks of the new location opening.
Yeah, we'll get you get this. There you go, Wednesday. It opens up at 9. We have a tournament starting off there. Get back to the action. But yeah, $250,000 guarantee. $400 buy-in starts. I think it starts at 10.
The day of the opening?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
It starts at 10. Wow.
It's going to be a lot of fun. It's a beautiful room, and all TCH locations are run so well, so I'm excited to see how it works out.
Yeah, we're going to have a little restaurant going on in there, a little dining area, a little restaurant with a menu. Should be really nice. You like darts? They have a little dart area over there. You know.
Golf simulator in the back?
Yeah, I like the golf simulator. I did notice one thing. I'm going to talk to Mike about it. I didn't see any left-handed clubs in there. You know, all the clubs were right-handed. All right, here we go. Hold on real quick. Aaron, we'll get back to the left-handedness in a minute. Aaron going to raise it up with pocket deuces. See if he gets any nibbles here.
Just folds around.
Folds around. He'll take it down.
Aaron adds to his $2 million,
There you
2
go.
million chip stack, 71 big blinds. Has a
Yeah, I
pretty
got-
commanding
I-
chip lead.
I got to call Mike. And no left-handed clubs over there.
It's an issue.
You know, well, there's left-handed people in the world. You know, you got to, you know, take care of everybody. Here we go, real quick. The payouts for those of you who are interested. Top prize being $14,045, and the next person to bust out is be $22.80 right there. $22.80. Not too bad for a day's work, you know.
Yeah. Really nice payouts for a one-day. You know, one of the best like one-day structures I've ever seen. It's
Yeah, you know, I
quite
mean,
the tournament.
You know, every Saturday you can find me here dealing this tournament. And I love it. The tournament players are awesome. On a rare occasion, I'll play. I just can't seem to get past level 5, Chris. I'd love to play this tournament. It's such a great tournament. I just
Raise 80.
That's an issue.
Level 5.
Yeah.
That should be my name. Well, if I make the final table, I'll be level 5.
Unfortunately, I think the final table usually happens past level 5, so we're going to have difficulty getting there. But once we
You
do,
know,
maybe we can decide on a name, you know?
In the daily. I get ahead of myself. But you get ahead of yourself, you gotta get past level 5 before you give yourself a name.
Nothing wrong with the dream, though.
Thanks. I'll tell you, if they started live streaming the turbos, you'd see a lot of me. I have to make the final table occasionally during the turbos, the daily turbos.
They're like 10K, right?
Final, the turbo structure where the final table usually occurs in level 4, right?
A little farther than that.
All right.
Andrew's going to look down at pocket 7s here.
Off of like 20 big blinds. Goes for the min-raise. Makes sense to me.
See if you get any interest in his 60,000 chip raise here. Frogzilla. Go ahead and make the call here. He's the last one, so he'll see if he can outflop Andrew here. And he does not. 2 spades instead of 2 diamonds. Andrew's go ahead and throw a little something out there. Frogzilla will throw it away.
Makes sense about that hand. Needs some protection and get value from a lot of the big blind defense.
Yeah, those watching from last week, if you recognize Frogzilla, you're absolutely right. He was here last week. JD wants to know what the payouts are. I know I just showed the payouts, right? Didn't I? Did I just show the payouts? I'll show them again. While Salem is pitching them around. There's the payouts there. You see down there at the bottom, 173 entries there, $500 buy-in. It's the end of the month, so instead of normally $365, it's $500. Today, Andrew's going to throw away. Did he just throw away Queen 10 of diamonds?
Makes sense off when there's so many short stacks. Like you have to be careful how many hands you're opening from early position, considering that there's so many opportunities to get jammed on behind.
Board's going to raise it up.
The chip leader's going to let it go. 9-7 diamonds.
I don't think I recognize Aaron. Have you seen him?
I've never played with Aaron.
20, 40, 40.
I think he's relatively new. I know I didn't deal to him today.
Always count on you guys.
We'll wait till the button gets to him later. So
I'll remind on the button.
But he is the chip leader, as you can see there.
Commanding chip leader.
I'm impressed. Yeah.
Final call for David S. SMRD, 1 measurement.
Did you deal to any of these players today, Mitch?
I did. I dealt to a lot of them, not to Aaron. I didn't deal to Poor, but I did talk to him a lot after I got done dealing. I got something to eat. Emily made me some lasagna, so I ate some lasagna. So after that, I walked around a little bit, checking everything out. I came and talked to you a little bit, sure. And I saw Poor there. He's always fun to talk to. I talked to him for a little bit and watched him knock somebody out. Doubled up and knocked somebody out. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Raise 75. 80.
Oh, my bad. See?
John's going to raise it up there with pocket 7s.
I'll do what I did.
Talked to Frogzilla a lot today. A story I want to share with you about Frogzilla in a little bit when we get some time here. Kind of a cool thing he did.
For sure.
Involving this thing right here. I'll show you. It's interesting. You'll love it. You'll love the story. Anyway, we have a hand brewing here.
Oh, wow. John's going to come in for the mid-open. Big
Look
blind
at
will defend,
this.
and he flops a set versus top pair.
Andrew flopping top pair with a nice kicker, but John flopping a set. This could get interesting here.
Very difficult for Andrew to get away, considering how...
Andrew's just gonna check it. That's interesting.
At 125. Cool.
Difficult to get away from top pair when
Yeah,
you're
I
so
did-
short stack from the beginning. Like
The check. Now that king might save Andrew a little bit. I'm expecting the check right now. It puts a flush out there
Yeah.
and a king. Interested to see what John. What would you do right here in that situation?
I think you have to jam, go for max value against, you know, a hero calling queen, 2-pair. Those kinds of hands. Andrew gets away. Lucky river.
Yeah, he got away with the. I mean, I don't think the flush. I don't think he was worried about the hearts. The king brought the third heart, but the king, I think he was able to get away. Well, here we have. I want to tell you, Frogzilla. Last week I was talking to you. He finished second, and if you can see, he has a very interesting card protector there. It's from with the movie Inside. Inside Out, was that the name of it?
Inside Out?
Inside Out. Inside Out. And that's one of the characters. I've never seen the movie, you know. And I was talking to him about it, asking him about it, and he told me about it. I said, well, you know, I too had a card protector from a Disney movie. And it was from the Oliver Twist Disney version. And I said the dog was the Billy Joel. Billy Joel played the dog in the movie. I love Billy Joel, big fan, sure. And so I found one, the dog, you know, little figurine. And I was using it as a card protector, then I lost it. And he said, well, Mitch, if I take it down, this was last week, he goes, if I take it down, I'm going to find a dog for you. So he ended up finishing second, and I was outside talking to one of the other guys, and he came walking up. He goes, Mitch, I got something for you. I said, no, you didn't. And there it is. He
The
got,
same one.
He got me the
Wow.
he got me the dog. It's kind of cool, man.
That's a
I love
very
it.
fun story.
I know. I love it.
Seems like a really nice guy, yeah.
Kind of, the chip hit right before he said
Reunited with the Oliver Twist dog.
There it is.
There we
It's,
go.
You know, and now you know it's going to be my new card protector again. I'm not letting this one get away.
heads up.
All right, we'll see a flop here. Heads up, Andrew against Herbert.
Looks like we're blind versus blind. Pretty wide ranges. Andrew opens up the king 3 off. Herbert defends a jack 7 off and flops a gut shot. Most likely going to get out of the way for 100K.
Herbert's not a believer, and he's right. He didn't hit that flop, but Herbert knows he's not strong enough. I think Herbert knew exactly where he was right there. I think he knew he missed a flop, and so did, was it John? Was it Andrew? Andrew. He knew Andrew missed a flop, but he probably figured Andrew, his nothing was bigger than his nothing.
It's just hard to do much about it when you have a jack high and a gut shot.
Yeah, unless, of course, you know, you're that Robbie girl. You know, but we're not going to get into that. We're not going to. We're going to leave that one in the past where it belongs. That opens up the whole thing for a whole bunch of people. Let's get back to that. You got to remind me to put the chat back up.
All right. Chris, when are we going to see you on the final table? Unlikely. I don't really play tournaments, with the exception of a couple up in Oklahoma. I'll play the WPTs, WSOPs, those kind of things, but not really into the tournaments yet. When I turn 21 next spring, I'm going to try and put some study in and play a bunch of the WSOP events, but until then, I'm kind of sitting out.
I get it. You'll be 21 next month.
Next spring.
Next spring. Oh, next spring.
11 months.
So how long have you been playing?
Like 2 years now. A couple chess friends and I started playing after we graduated high school because we realized it's very little money to be made in chess other than just like coaching, that kind of thing. And so a lot of the chess skills you learn translate to poker, so we all started playing poker that way.
I play a little chess myself. You know, nothing worth bragging about. I learned how to play chess back at the boys' club when I was about 12 years old.
Yeah, I don't play much anymore. I was like all in from the ages of like 10 to 15 playing, you know, like 5 hours a day, and now I'm kind of cooled off a little bit. Looks like Sai's going to go for it. Queen 3 off. 4 limps in, Queen 4 suited. Aaron overlimps the cutoff, and Sai sees some dead money in the middle. Is going to take it.
There it is. That's the way to do it.
Brute force.
Play the guitar on Yan. Oh, you don't know that one. Play the guitar on Yan TV. You don't know. Yeah, that was over your head.
Yeah, before my time probably.
You're 20. Yeah, that was back in the 80s. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I started playing poker about the age of 12. You know, my family would go to my grandmother's house, to my aunt's house. Every Friday it was at, you know, sometimes at my house, you know, my grandmother's house. Every Friday to get together and play cards. And I can remember that as far as back as I can remember. You know.
Sure, yeah.
One time I was 12, they let me play. You know, penny nickel stuff like that. You know how you did. You know, back in the 30s, that was big money.
You're gambling your rations with grandma.
Yeah. And it's true though. I played poker with my grandmother. This chair sucks. This is Derek's chair. Derek, I don't know if you're listening. Derek, I don't know how you sit in this chair. You're in my chair.
Yeah, there's not a lot of poker in my family, but they've kind of caught on as I started playing on streams and stuff. Now my family watches, my dad watches, my brothers watch and stuff. You know, I get text messages 15 minutes after I play a hand on stream. They're all going crazy, you know. Why'd you fold? You had the check mark, you know, sending me all these texts, you know.
That's cool though, right?
Yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah, they didn't have that stuff back when I was 20 playing. They playing poker at the Atlantic City. Sean's going to look down at 7-8 of hearts. I always like suited connectors. What tell me about it.
Really pretty hand, but much less valuable in a in a tournament situation where you're pretty short stacked. In like a deep stack cash game, it's a beautiful hand and has a lot of value. But under the gun, when you have 20 big blinds, it makes life difficult.
And I was more interested in the cash game, you know. That's what I wanted. I wanted your opinion there. So yeah, in the cash game, man.
Yeah, I'm a fan.
Oh, look at Sai. He's got 2 bigger hearts.
Yeah, it's a beautiful hand as well. Looks like Aaron limped in. Herbert min raise with a queen 10 suited, and Sai's gonna go for it again with ace queen hearts. I think he's the shortest stack, so it makes sense to try and get it in with these premiums.
He's all in.
I don't think Aaron can make the call here with the deuces. Herbert, he likes the queen 10 suited, but he's going to make the call.
He's going to make the call.
He's going to make the call.
He's going to need some help in size.
Yeah, he doesn't want to see. That's the last thing he wanted to see, really. Suited bigger queen. Yeah.
Some life. Jack.
Yeah, he needs a
Backdoor
jack real
spades.
quick. Still looking for that jack. There's 3 of them in the deck. Almost. Almost is a picture card. Almost.
Also to clarify, there are 4 jacks in a 52-card poker deck.
Yeah. Well, there was 3. One of them was.
Oh, it was up in the corner. Okay, I just thought you forgot how many of each card there were in the deck. You know, I just need to help you out.
I told you I've been playing since I was 12 now.
Okay.
But I can see up here.
Right. Okay.
It's Chris's second or third time in the booth here with us, so maybe he doesn't see the screen.
I thought we were finally losing it. You know, I thought you were close many times, Mitch, but I thought finally, gone over the bridge.
57, not 97. No, I know. No disrespect to anybody who's out there at 97. I'm sure I appreciate you. Which, by the way, we have 165 viewers right now. Appreciate you guys tuning in. This is Mitch, and I have Chris over here with me. Derek is taking the night off. Derek's been putting in a lot of hours. He's been working hard. He's dual rate, and I think he's helping getting ready for the new room. So decided to take a night off. Well deserved, without a doubt.
For sure. Hardworking guy. He's here.
Yeah.
24/7. whether he's flooring, commentating, dealing,
or play. You know,
Oh, yeah.
he'll put an hour or two in at the table. Frogzilla finally going to wake up with a hand here, something decent anyway. Going to look down at a suited Jack 10 of hearts.
another pretty hand.
Chuck. Now Pourer's got King 7 suited, one of Chuck's 7s there, but they'll all get out of the way, and Frogzilla will take it down.
Poor is going to come with a limp fold. I know Poor likes seeing a lot of flops, playing a lot of hands, and I see him like itching to see C3.
Yeah, you know, I tell you, and I love watching, you know, when I do come in the morning, a lot of times Pour's here, and I, you know, he's always fun at the table. You know, it's fun to watch.
Sure.
You know, and he does make the table more interesting, especially when I come in the morning. You guys are all still awake, and it helps me wake up. And, you know, he does like to see a lot of hands. And I tell you, right now, you know, he's playing well, obviously, in the tournament. But sitting to the right of Frogzilla, I'm sure it slowed him down a little bit, you know. I mean, look, if you know what you're doing, sit to the right of Frogzilla. You're slowing down a little bit. So, all right, here we go. Chuck is going all in. 350K with the ace queen.
Looks like he's going to take it down.
And he will take it down.
Nice hand, Chuck. I'm surprised to see that we have had no bust outs yet. Stacks are getting pretty short. People are going to start getting all in pretty fast.
And we're going into hand 23, and they're still feeling each other out. You know,
Sure.
we've had a couple all-ins, but nobody getting, you know, crazy. There's Adrian. Appreciate it, Adrian.
Yeah, to loop back to that Poor point, he's just like such a fun guy to play with.
Yeah,
you know,
he
there have been many times where I'm playing overnight and stuck in some whatever 2-5 game. Then Poor shows up and it becomes a really fun time.
Yeah.
You know, we're putting the straddle on, playing a lot of hands. Having a good time.
When it started, I was sitting there looking.
And Adrian there in the chat
Or maybe I couldn't.
came in the other day, brought in some cupcakes for the guys. You ever have any of Adrian's cupcakes? He got a little business there, a little bakery. Dublicious.
I have not had any, but
Oh, dude, the guy, it's Uptown.
yeah.
Dude, I'm telling you, you got to check out some of his cupcakes. He brought some in for the other day for some of the dealers, you know.
Sweet.
I'm telling you, and it is.
Sweet.
You know, try to lose weight, but, you know, when he brings in a cupcake, I can't help myself. You know, stuff is so, you know, his stuff is so good. It's like I almost want to get married so I can get him to make me a wedding cake.
Oh, wow.
I'm telling you, that's how good this stuff is.
If that's not an endorsement, I don't know what it is.
You got to check this stuff out.
Wow.
You know.
You cover me, right? Because I want a full double.
I don't think I do.
Not a paid spokesman. Unless you are. I don't know. but wow.
No, I'm just saying, no, you
Wow.
know, he's a good guy.
Moving testimony, Mitch.
Well, you know,
Dubalicious.
I may have exaggerated with the marriage thing, but when I do get married again, and I will, I'm sure I'll get Adrian to make me a wedding cake, you know. But for right now, it's just cupcakes.
Understood. Okay.
It's just cupcakes.
Sai has the ace-2 suited. Gets rid of it
Yeah.
wisely, in my opinion. Once
Yeah,
again,
I
those hands
agree.
are less valuable
Yeah.
when you're...
A lot of people behind him. Yeah, you got to get away from that, definitely. That's how you make the final table. You throw that kind of stuff away.
Discipline.
You know.
John's going to raise it up with the ace-jack off. Folds around again.
Derek and I talk a lot. You know, we talk a lot about the, you know, a big portion of making a final table is patience and position. You know,
Sure.
it's not always about, you know, the cards you have. It's many things. You know, the players at your table.
Sure.
You know that, Chris. I know you know that very well. A big part of this game is who you're playing. You know,
Sure.
a lot of people ask me, Mitch, what would you do in this situation? Well, I don't know. You know, who am I playing against?
Sure.
You know, that's always a big factor. And if it's not, then, you know, you need to make that adjustment. I know you're well aware of that.
Sure, and on a final table, it's not just about the individuals you're playing against. It's also about, like, ICM considerations. Where, like in that last hand where Sai has the ace-2 suited, he's like a middling stack, and there are two very small stacks that he can just sit and wait to bust.
Right.
And eventually he'll make those 2 page ups of the vast majority of the time. So sometimes it makes sense to tighten it up while you're waiting for some
Yeah.
really short stacks to bust.
Right. Yeah. Even into turbos, I know that. I do that a lot. You know. You know. What we got going on here in the chat? You got to remind me to look at the chat. Derek always does this.
I'm on it, okay, I'm on.
You know, I'm not used to sitting in this chair.
Do you know what the price points will be for the tournaments to the new room? I know there's that opening tournament, the 200K guarantee, $400 buy-in.
$250,000.
$250,000 guarantee, $400 buy-in, right?
$400 buy-in. Oh, looks like we'll get back to the buy-in in a minute. And the question right now, we have a hand brewing here.
Looks like it went button open, small blind call.
This could be a big hand right here. Frogzilla with the top here.
Pot growing.
But
Fortunately for Aaron, he doesn't have much to continue with.
Yeah, he didn't like the 6 of spades. And a check.
Frogzilla probably gonna have to go for some value here.
Yeah, he'd go throw a little something out there.
Get the job done.
And Aaron will get out of the way. Frogzilla will take it down. It's a nice little pot for him right there. We got Jason here pulling for Frogzilla. Going into hand number 26, everyone. 177 people viewing right now. Still all 9 players, 173 entries today. Still slightly below our normal average. Still got some stuff going on up the road there. WPT situation not going up the road. Yeah.
Hand 26 and still no bust outs. Pulled down to 6 big blinds. Sean Carter down to 8. Should probably be seeing some blood soon.
Yeah, you know, a lot of these guys have played with each other today, so, you know, really shouldn't expect much feeling out of each other. Side with the ace jack here. Under the gun, see what he wants to do with this.
Yeah, this hand's much stronger than the ace-2 suited we were talking about a couple hands ago.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to make stronger top pairs. Still not fun when you get jammed on, though. Especially from a player type like Chuck.
Yeah, that's right. You know, and you saw Chuck pushing in. He meant that. He did that with authority right there. I'm all in.
Would expect Sai to get away here. It's just more than 10 big blinds, but against a player type like Chuck.
$460.
And considering that Poor and Sean Carter are both quite short.
Yeah. Sai wanted a count, so Salem gave it to him.
Looks like Fubar is rooting for Chuck because he looks like his neighbor in Baltimore, Maryland.
You know, I spent my last 10 years before I came here in Baltimore, Maryland.
Yeah.
Well, just south of Baltimore, there in Glen Burnie, you know, suburb there of the city. But I worked, you know, in the city. Chuck will take it down. I want to ask you a question, Chris. I want to ask you a question. Now, Chuck there, he went all in with authority. Does that make a difference when you're playing out there in the cash if the way someone goes all in? Does it, I mean, you know.
Yeah, I'm not the biggest, I'm not an expert on like live or physical tells. A lot of my strength is just like fundamental understanding, that kind of thing, not necessarily like live tells, that part of poker. But it definitely does make some sense, especially when you're dealing with the like average 2-5 player. You can pick up on something here, you know, here and there, in terms of how they, you know, put chips out, the way they go all in, that kind of thing. But I'm far from an expert in that part of poker.
Fubar there, recognizing Glen Burnie there.
People's Republic.
Yeah, just south of the city there.
Raise to 100.
Poor. All right, got a decent hand here. Your buddy yours here.
Commits himself with the king jack and runs into it versus Herbert. He's gonna have to call it off. Only 130K left.
Cool.
Good luck,
Poor.
Poor.
He is suited.
There's definitely hope.
He doesn't want to see too many clubs, though, because Herbert's got the ace of clubs. He'd like to see just enough clubs. And,
Oh, that's the start.
and there it is. And like, oh, and he's got he hit the jack 2. Herbert's still in the lead with the
Ooh,
queen.
there's a
there
sweat.
it is.
There's a sweat.
There it is.
Mitch called for it.
Look at this.
Oh, come on, Mitch.
Come on.
Wow. Called for it.
I said he doesn't want to see too many clubs.
None of clubs have been fun.
Poor.
That would have been really fun.
What can I say? I said it.
What a run out.
Unreal. Well, there it is. Poor. Appreciate you playing today. He did a great job. You know, I watched him and he doubled up. Anyway, he's going to take home $2,280.
It's a pretty penny.
It's it's not bad at all. Better than what I do when I play at level 5. Anyway, great game. Appreciate you coming out and Chris was pulling for you. You know,
Always. Big Poor fan.
I told him, because you asked me when you were on the cash table already. You asked me how he was doing. I went over there. I told him, I said, hey, table 19's pulling for you.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, oh, yeah, great. This, right when he doubled up, so he was really happy.
For sure. Poor and I have had a lot of fun playing.
Yeah. So congratulations again. Poor, great job playing all day. And Chris said he'll see you tomorrow morning.
I'll be here.
You want to try and get some of that $2,000?
I imagine it'll be in play, so
Yes.
we'll see.
Well, here's Aaron going to look down at a suited ace.
He's going to try and apply some pressure considering how
Raise
large
to
chip a chip lead he has.
Yeah. Robin wants to know if they're going to have daily food and drink specials in the new room. You know, that's a great idea. If they're not, it's definitely a great idea. I know, obviously the main focus of the room will be poker, but I know we do have a chef, and that'll be his specialty. So, I'm sure he'll want to, make a name for himself. So, I'll definitely, I personally don't know, but I'll definitely throw it out there. I'll say, hey, Kyle, we need some drink specials, brother. $2 hot dogs or something. Oh, yeah. I'm just kidding. We're going to have something better than hot dogs over there, but you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, the menu looks great. I got a peek at it. It's
Yeah,
quite nice.
I looked at it too. I talked to Kyle a little bit. Somebody asked something.
Of course I am.
You gotta have a goldfish mind.
Yeah,
like
you
me.
got to keep me updated on this chat thing. You're the young guy.
Keep an eye.
We're in the wrong seats. You should be sitting over here. All right, John's got ace queen. He's going to like that because it's suited.
Sure, he's queen of diamonds.
And he is the small blind.
It's going to open it up.
Raise to 120.
Let's see what Chuck's got.
120. Oh, this is trouble.
Uh-oh.
Blind versus blind.
Uh-oh. See, that Chuck can get away from this if he's got people behind him. But now he knows all he has to do is fight this guy.
Sure, and with only like 14 big blinds,
Yeah.
15 big blinds. I mean, there's definitely an argument for getting in pre-flop.
Well, John still has the better of it. But with the threes, the pair of threes out there, Chuck might still think he has the better hand. I'll go ahead and just make the call. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Chop it up. Chop it up.
Chop it up. The king. Chuck.
Unless we see an 8 or a queen on the river.
There you go. He's going to call you. Chuck's new favorite card of the deck, the king of diamonds.
That's good float.
Close.
Very close. Very close.
Close to trouble.
And we'll chop that up there.
I am.
Everyone loves a chop pot.
Walt wants to know if they are going to allow you to eat at the tables. You know, I don't know how often you've been in the casinos, but you know, you always had the pleasure before COVID of eating at the table. Yes, the answer is yes. As of right now, you can't eat at the tables here in Dallas. Well, Las Colinas, they're going to allow you to eat at the table. And I think they're going to eventually change that to where you can eat at the table here in Dallas. So, yes, they're going to allow you to eat at the tables.
It's a nice change. And I believe a lot of the menu at the new location is like pretty simple, like clean food. You're not gonna, get messy with, use your hands.
Yeah,
that kind of thing.
you really don't want to have meatball sandwiches. You don't want to have meatball sandwiches.
You don't really want chicken wings at the poker table.
I mean the dried ones are okay.
Maybe.
Okay, you're right. Yeah, the cards will get greasy. You definitely don't want the buffalo wings.
No buffalo wings.
All right, here we are at hand number 30. Chris, we have 195 people watching. Blinds are at 20, 40, 40. We do have 8 people left, 173 entries today, down to the final 8. Herbert's going to throw it away. Uh-oh, here we go.
Side with kings.
Side got a couple of kings, going to raise it up. John, a couple picture cards of his own, and the button. He may want to come over the top here, I think. He's thinking about it. He's looking down, see what size got behind him. He might want to try and isolate here, maybe. Get the blinds out of the way. Go heads up here. Let's see what he wants to do. There it is. He is going to make the raise. Chuck will get out of the way.
Going to commit himself versus size 425K stack.
So Sai's going to decide what he wants to do right now.
Yes.
Decide.
A little posturing. I think all-in's probably the play.
Yeah, I mean, John's pretty much committed to the call, right?
Oh, for sure. Getting the right price against just about any hand.
See Mitchell A there joining the chat. You see, hold on, Mitch. We'll get you with you in a minute here. We have an all-in, and John wants to know. John might be feeling a little puckery right now. He's probably like, oh, crap.
Just 205K to win. Almost $1 million total. A little less than 5 to 1.
I think he knows he's behind here.
For sure.
He's trying to figure out what's he going to have left if he decides to go ahead and throw this away.
It's a pretty ugly spot all around.
Yeah, I mean, my father used to tell me all the time, know what you want to do and do it. You're getting a little love there on the chat there.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm in Chris Cashman in the box, in the booth with Mr. Mitch, helping him out.
Yeah, Derek took the day off, or he's on assignment, one or the other.
On assignment.
We got the call. It was on flop, and
Queen in the
John's
window.
got the queen.
Some hope.
There's an ace. And
Not going to do it.
just not enough.
Well played by Sai.
The size right now, he's like, I'm glad there's no ocean, because he's like, you get a little close. Stop. Okay, hands over. So Sai take it down. The Kings will hold.
Nice run by Sai. Just a few hands ago, he was the short stack
Yeah.
with like six big blinds. Now he's top 3 in chips.
dang. You don't need it. Sorry, guys, the blinds, yeah.
See, I even did it on the big blind. That was fair. My own big blind.
Yeah. Nobody would have recorded.
Players, you have open and immediate seating for 2-5. Please don't see me at podium. If you are interested in playing 2-5 or 1-2.
Mitch wanted to, by the way, Mitch, you see, if you're paying attention there, Mitch, you see seat 5, you got Frogzilla, who finished second to you last week. He's looking to do one better this week. By the way, Mitch is not at the final table because I didn't see Mitch here at all today. So it's not like he didn't make the final table. Mitch wasn't here today as far as I saw.
He has a chance to you know, keep the streak.
Go
if
back
he wins
to back.
it. Right,
you know,
okay.
well, just,
okay.
you know. I mean,
Understood.
Frogzilla's going back to back. Mitch isn't doing back to back. He wasn't here today.
All right.
So, but yeah, I got Chris Cashman in the booth with me. Derek is on taking a day off. Mitch.
On assignment.
Yeah, he's on assignment.
Chuck's going to have East 9 off on the button and just over 10 big blinds, 12 big blinds.
Raise 150.
Going to raise a quarter of a stack and run the Ace King.
All right, Frogzilla
in the
finally
big blind.
going to get a decent hand now.
Thank you.
Yeah, Mitch is verifying that he did not show up today. Frogzilla
Raise
is going to go all in, looks like. Put the screws to Chuck here, put the pressure on him.
Tough spot for Chuck, considering you've already committed 150K.
Trey pulling for Chuck here.
I believe he looks like his neighbor in Boston, right?
Baltimore.
Oh, Baltimore. Sorry.
Baltimore. You said Boston because you know I was. Did you think I was from Boston?
What? No.
Where am I from?
Delaware.
There
All right,
you
come on. Forget about it.
There you go. Yeah, a Froggy wakes up with Big Slick. He'll take it down. Chuck knows how to play this game. You know, he gets respect for a reason. He knows what he's doing here. I'm actually surprised we don't see Chuck at the final table more than we do. Very solid player. We got breaking the 200 mark there, Chris. Up to 217 now.
Beautiful.
Dude, you got to appreciate that. You got to love that. You know, it's Saturday night. The weather's not too bad out there, you know.
Sure.
And they choose to watch you and me.
Exactly.
Well, not you and me, but watch them.
They came from Mitch.
They're watching these guys.
We could be watching, turtle racing, and they'd still tune in for Mr. Mitch.
Turtle racing. Here we go. Here we
have a
go.
hand. Andrew open jams the
Sean-
deuces under the gun.
Sean has been quiet the whole time he's been here. Card dead. Finally, he got something to look down at.
Fair fight.
We have an all-in. Deuces against Ace-King suited. Swing and a miss for the deuces.
Deuces in the lead for now. Ooh.
There's the ace.
One out.
Wow.
Yeah, 130 back.
Wow.
Sean's going to get the double up. Andrew's still in there. 130K. 2 big blinds.
Sean has been this is one of the main things.
Thank you.
And I don't know how often you listen to the commentary here on the final table on Saturday night. I know you're usually out there pretty busy doing your thing.
No.
One of the things I talk about is patience. It's the one thing. We have had many players come to the final table and, like Sean here, show immense patience, great patience. And I have said I will take these guys out to lunch, buy them lunch, if they can teach me how to be patient at the poker table. I was married for 13 years. I had 3 kids. I know how to be patient, just not well enough at the poker table, for sure. I'm not, I'm not one of those guys that's got to play every hand, but you just got to have patience.
Sometimes poker requires immense patience, especially tournament poker.
I watch you. You're very patient at the table, very, very selective, very patient. Frogzilla got a decent hand here.
Raise 130.
Go raise it up.
Andrew with 30K left. He's going to have to call any two. 10-9. He's in tough shape.
Yeah, he was hoping to see 2 live cards there, you know. Unfortunately, he's behind here. And, you know, I mean, I think it still happens if they see the flop. The 10. Frogzilla still holding tight here. We have a pause in the action.
The suspense is killing me.
What's going on? What happened?
What happened?
What happened?
Wait, what happened?
Did he? I guess.
It looks like Andrew doubled up. He hit a 9 on the river.
Is that?
I mean, I guess.
I don't know.
Trying to get ready.
He had to have, right?
Right, because
I mean, what else could he have hit?
I mean, he started the last hand with 130K. Now he has 260K. So I guess he hit a 9 on the river.
You know, I'm all for playing a ghost hand when we can't see, you know, player's hand.
But it's nice to see the result at some point.
Yeah,
you know?
but I mean, I don't want to see that. I want to see, you know, the hand. You know, we're all sitting there. Did it freezes?
I mean, the suspense is still killing me. I
It's
don't know what
funny.
happened. Yeah.
It's funny. You know, it's funny.
Well, I said Andrew. Whatever happened.
Well, here I am getting some advice, you know, and I'm, you know, hey, if Ted Williams can read a letter from Ty Cobb, I can take advice, you know,
Sure.
from a 3rd grader. You know what I'm saying? You know, teach me patience. I'm ready. I'm ready.
All right, heads up.
Wow. Aaron flops the queen eye flush.
Wow.
It's like Herbert defended his big blind with the 8-5 off.
And he's got a gut shot here.
Gut shot, 8 high flush draw.
Worst thing that can happen to him is it is straight. You know, and he's got the 8 of spades.
Aaron's gonna trap. Check it back.
That's 50.
Induce Herbert to bluff at it.
Raise 100.
Herbert bets the turn.
The old min raise.
Aaron min raises.
Herbert's sitting there laughing. He got the old min raise.
Interesting.
One of the first things my dad taught me this game. One of the first things he taught me: beware the min raise.
Beware the min raise.
beware the min raise.
Yeah, patience can be tough. I struggled it for a while, like when I
Yeah.
first started playing. But like the more you play consistently, you know what I mean? Like the more time you're putting in on a regular basis, it becomes
Yeah.
easier to sometimes control that like urge to get out of line if you get bored.
Yeah. Well, you know, and I'm going to tell you something. You're going to laugh, okay? But don't. I actually have a sign on my wall. It says "fold."
Ah,
I swear, it sits in my living room. Emily, I know you're home. Emily, take a picture of the sign on my wall and send it to me. Text it to me. Well, yeah, I have a picture on my wall that says "fold."
you know, I have hundreds of notes in my like notes app on my phone from rough nights, playing 2-5 or whatever. I'm driving home and I'll type my notes out. It's always all capped. It's like, just fold, idiot, or you know,
Yeah.
you know, all these like really demeaning personal notes. You know, like
All right.
they always have it. You know, all this stuff.
Okay, we have a hand brewing here.
Oh wow!
Frogzilla, he raised
Did someone get out of the way with jacks?
with jacks.
Oh,
yeah, I was
no,
going to
okay.
say no, that couldn't have been.
Frogzilla
It
raises
disappeared, but it's back. Here we
pretty
go.
loose with the 10-6 of diamonds. Herbert's gonna put in his last 500.
Yeah, he's all in with the ace king.
And size in the spot.
Sai, he's not posturing here. He's worried about the fact that Frogzilla raised, and he wants to know what's going on over there.
Frogzilla second in chips.
You know, if Frogzilla did not raise, is still in his hand, Sai would have snap called with no doubt.
Sure. But it's a pretty tough spot considering that he's really comfortable chip position now, and that could be a jeopardy if he doubles Herbert up. Pretty tight, but I understand the fold.
I was worried about you. Why?
Kev, that's where it belongs, and that's what it was from. I saw it in like one of them hobby stores. It's wash, dry, fold. It was 3 signs. That's where I got it from. So I left the wash and the dry sign there, and I just took the fold and I hung it on my wall to remind me,
Sure.
Pez in the room. Pez, how we doing?
What if I call and you?
You familiar with Pez?
Yeah, I recognize the name. Chuck wakes up the kings out of the gun. Only 10 big blinds.
Mike saying, I agree with you. See, this is one of the situations. He says, no shot, I get away there. Chuck going all in with the kings, but that's what I'm saying. See, right there with the jacks, I don't know if I could have folded that.
Yeah, it's just tough, but you're in such a comfortable chip position,
But,
given the other stacks.
But
sometimes it makes sense to me.
I'm good enough to know that, because Frogzilla, we'll get back to it after this. We have an all-in here with Chuck and a call from Andrew. And John with a nice hand, debating on what to do.
Only 340K left. Getting an interesting price considering there was a call in between.
I think Andrew calling might save John's tournament life here. Because if Andrew doesn't call, I think John may make the snap call. But now he's got to beat 2 players. Of course, if he does, he triples up.
Also, you have to be careful considering Chuck open jammed under the gun first act. I mean, that's a pretty tight range considering
that's
who it is.
Yeah, exactly. No doubt. And John knows that. And he'll throw it away. And he'll see that he did the right thing as of, right now. Sure. Of course, an ace-10 could come on a flop, but you know that. Of course.
Andrew going to need a 7 or help in some other way.
Yeah. Well, he does have 2 flush draws. Sure.
Both covered by Chuck.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't.
That's an issue.
He doesn't have 2 flush draws.
0 flush draws.
No flush draws.
Some dire straits.
Wow. Well, now he has a runner of a straight draw. That's gone. He needs a 7.
7 and a 7 only.
No, he was drawing. It looked like all the 7s were gone.
That's tough. He was in pretty tough shape.
Yeah.
Nice hand to Mr. Chuck.
Good game.
And that's that. Is that Andrew's out? He's out, right?
Yeah.
Okay, well, here it is.
In 8th place.
So he's going to go out at 8th, taking home with $2,830 there, Chris.
Good work, Andrew.
Great job. Patience and played well. I think I dealt to him today. And I'm sure we'll see him back. Congratulations again. And we'll move on here to hand number 37. Blinds have gone up, 25, 50, 50 now. I don't know. Been up for a while now, but we have 221 viewers down to the final 7. Sean, who has been very patient and quiet, going to look down and see a decent hand. He's going to go all in. Chris,
with his 11 big blinds, makes sense to me.
And looks like he'll get the walk, I think. Yeah,
Gets the walk.
there it is. He'll show, that he's not, bluffing. There you go. Look, you gotta tell me, get back to the chat.
You don't have to tell me, but I'm curious. He moved on.
Next time you
Maybe
come
call
in
with
here,
that ace 10.
next time you come in here with me, you're sitting in this seat. I'm listed over there.
Did ace 10 make a straight last hand? I think it ended up making a straight.
Just because.
What happened?
They're talking about in the chat. What if?
Right or wrong, I
What would have happened if
the ace
the 1
10
seed called it ace 10 suited? Yeah,
Oh,
would have gotten there.
Yeah, I have him covered. But
Lucky for Chuck. Got a full.
he had king, so theoretically I got it, I guess there. But I feel like. What's that? How many bigs? I don't know. I think I have 9. No, 8.
Aaron, who's been quiet lately.
You did the right thing as far as
Yeah, for you it is because I would have ran a wheel, but yeah.
And Cy,
No, I
It's going to raise it up with the ace 3 suited.
who's quietly
I don't know. I was really
being the story of the final table here.
I think he came in as the short stack, and now he's third in chips.
And yeah, he's made all the right moves so far.
Hey, there's a million ways to play.
Patient, found a couple hands. You know.
That's that's a huge part of this final table. All the final tables, patience, patience and position, is huge. You know what I'm saying, Chris?
Title of the book.
I should write.
Exactly.
But who's going to buy it? I don't have patience. What the hell's Mitch know about patience? He's willing to take people out to lunch to teach them patience.
Reputation precedes you.
Yeah. Don't buy Mitch's book. He don't know anything about patience.
Then it's suited, so add one or two. Yeah, I'm still.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
Nice lay down there by side with the queen 10.
John wakes up with aces right when he needs it, as the short stack with only 6 big blinds.
Let's see if Frogzilla, no, he's not going to make the call.
Doubtful.
No. And he's going to show everybody, yeah, I needed them, but I needed you people to call.
Exactly.
I don't even get called.
Yeah. All right. All right.
First time I've had aces is right there.
Wait till you see the stream and then.
Coming up on hand number 40 here. 230 of you watching. I appreciate it. Appreciate it. Hit that like button. You got Chris here in the booth. He stepped out briefly. I think he wanted to go get a soda or something. Well, he'll be back shortly.
So there's never a break again?
If you have to poo, you're in trouble.
Premier wants to know if we got it with the bad weather. John again, we'll get back to that in a minute. John's going all in. Chuck, he wants to count.
A little bit more than it was last time.
I don't see Chuck getting away from the suited ace king here. Maybe go try and posture here a little bit, see if we can get someone else in the hand. There it is. There's the all-in. Sean's going to throw away the 5 deuce he's been getting all day.
Tell me it's bad.
Frogzilla, nothing.
Oh no.
All right, heads up. Ace Jack versus Ace King here. Thank you, Kev. Appreciate it. Appreciate it as we go to the flop here. John looking for a jack. Not looking good. Chuck's got a couple of clubs and the Ace King. There's an ace. John looking for a jack.
Hey, good luck tomorrow, man.
He'll get the 4 of hearts.
I prefer to win that. Yeah. Prefer to win
So
that.
there it is. John, congratulations, young man. You played a great game.
Good luck.
Chuck, you made that too?
Chuck going to take it down there. And let's see. What's John going to walk away with here? Let's see.
He said like it's a break and 6
Going out at 7.
6 more.
3,565 for seventh place. Good day's pay, no doubt, no doubt. And great job. Great job.
I like this. You all got an equal space here. Sure. Very symmetrical. That's better.
While you were let's see. Okay, there it is. Oh, crap. Let's get back to the action. Chris is back.
Then there was 6.
Did I miss anything exciting?
Yeah. John went all in with Ace Jack. He got called by Chuck with Ace King suited. And it was pre-flop action. Chuck took it down. They both did the ace on the turn, but other than that,
Well, good game.
the Ace King held.
Good game, John.
He
Fortunate
did-
running
he
cards.
did play a great game. Frogzilla going to make the call with the suited King 9 here.
We'll see a flop.
Yeah, let's see a flop. Yeah, it's Salem. Well, there it is. So Chuck flops a straight draw. Frogzilla flops a flush draw.
Gut shot, and ace high. Goes check, check.
All right. 7 of clubs. It doesn't help anyone.
Ace high still good.
Frogzilla's got a ton of outs here.
Check.
See what Frogzilla wants to do. He's going to check it. The 8 of diamonds, swing and a miss for Frogzilla. If Chuck checks here, Frogzilla might be able to take it down with a bet.
I'd like to see him stab at it at some point. He elected to not stab on the flop or the turn, but you show up on the river with king high, probably no good. Makes sense to
See
try
if
to get ace high to fold.
This is where Frogzilla. This is where he thrives in situations like this.
Nice hand, Frogzilla.
I mean, he's just ruthless, man. I'm telling you, this kid.
Sounds like he has a fan in the booth.
I'm just saying, just to watch it, man. You know, he'll put you to the test every hand. Every hand, this kid will put you to the test. It's brutal, almost as brutal as you. Maybe, just I don't know. I want to see it. I want to see a heads up.
Oh boy,
you and him.
Oh boy,
I want to see it. You know.
I like the idea of those heads up challenges. I've always been a big fan of playing heads up. Do you play any heads up, Mitch?
You and me?
No, do you play any?
You know, with my Emily, I play heads up with Emily. You know.
Sure.
No, I mean, I've played heads up tournament. You know. But I mean, nothing worth bragging about.
I'm a big fan. It's a lot of fun. You know, sometimes in a full ring game, you're really not allowed to play that many hands. But heads up, it's like action packed. You're getting after it constantly. Always seeing a flop. One of my favorite parts of like playing 2-5 here is late at night, usually 4 or 5 in the morning. Table will start breaking. You get to play someone heads up for a couple hours. That's a lot of fun. I really enjoy it.
See here, if Chuck bets at that point, he wins, and that's what I was talking about earlier. Remember when his body language was that he's all in with the way he went all in. You know, if he'd have done that, he takes the pot down. See, that's what I'm saying.
Well, he might get in some trouble on the flop return, considering that Frogzilla had a flush draw, wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah,
for the time being.
But he still ended up with the in the end he still ended up with the best hand.
Sure,
but. Jason RH 12 yellow.
Frogzilla's going to take it down with the deuce.
They'll show the ace. I tell you, see, you and Frogzilla heads up. I think you might have the edge on him in the cash game. In a tournament, he may have the edge on you in a tournament game.
Yeah, I'll take myself against anybody in a cash game, but I don't have that much tournament experience, and so
yeah. Either way, I think it'd be
be interesting.
It's kind of like Floyd Mayweather and Scott McGregor. Now Floyd Mayweather won the fight, but if they fight any place else in the boxing ring, Mayweather's got no shot. He's got no shot. McGregor would more than hurt his feelings. You know what I'm saying? So I think it'd be kind of like that. Maybe, I don't know.
ADC Scooter says, "I love playing shorthanded poker. I really enjoy it as well. It's nice. It's nice that like the bigger games here, at some point, game stops filling late at night, and in the 10-25 games, 25-50 games, we play shorthanded a lot of the time. A couple people are stuck steaming, not ready to go yet, and play 3-4 handed for hours on end. It's a lot of fun."
Yeah, short-handed poker, you have fun, you get to relax, you get to talk to the other guys, get to know them, you know what I'm saying? Scott McGregor, I went outside of poker, these guys,
You know Scott? Yeah. But no, some of my favorite poker experiences here have been playing shorthanded in the bigger game.
That's not his name, Scott?
Connor?
Connor! What did I say, Scott?
Yeah, but I was just going to let you roll with it.
Why? You got to let me know. You got to correct me. That's right. It is Conor McGregor.
Connor, yeah.
So I'm the one that You know, you're in here. You gotta help me out.
I thought maybe you were talking about his brother or something.
I don't know his brother. Conor McGregor. I apologize. Chris, you gotta help me out. If I'm doing something stupid,
Next
you
time,
gotta-
next time.
Look, if you make a mistake, I'm gonna laugh at you. You know, you can laugh at me in here. It's okay. Oh man, oh man. I told I forget who it was. So I wish my daughter were here. Brittany, if she was here and heard me, oh my God, she would be cracking on me all the time if she was in here.
Brittany deals here, right?
She used to. She's back down in Austin, but she's.
Raise.
Here we go. Aaron's going to raise it up here.
Couple of rays with such a pretty hand. Queen Jack suited.
All right, Herbert.
Ace 10. It's going to get out of the way. Looks like he'll take it down.
Now see, Herbert here, he's showing patience. He's waiting. He's waiting for a golden opportunity, and he knows he can right now. He's waiting for a golden opportunity.
You know, there is some urgency, though, because he is the shortest stack, and blinds are going up, so it's going to have to find a spot pretty soon.
And that's what I'm saying. And with me, I would be forcing the issue.
Sure.
You know, right there, I might have went all in right there. And I mean, I sincerely believe, in all honesty, that if I do make the final table, that I could do well, because I could play the final table. You know, because it's not 173 people.
Sure.
You know, it's 9, and once I get to that point, it doesn't matter how many chips I have. I think I could do well. Sure. Ron got a couple of AAs himself here. Aaron with a couple of aces. They're not the same color though. I like when they're the same color. Sure.
It's good enough for me. I'll take it.
I don't. Yeah. I mean, I'm not. You know, it's not a necessity. It's not mandatory.
Right. Mitch looks down at aces in different colors. Just damn it, you know.
Throw them away.
Exactly.
I don't do that.
It's hard to complain.
You know.
I was like,
Conor McGregor. Why didn't you correct me on that? Derek would have corrected me on that quick, boy. Where's Derek? And Ben? Oh my God.
I'll let you say it 3-4 times, you know.
If my daughter were here, she would be laughing. Boy. Oh my God.
Hey, Ron.
yeah.
Yeah, if she was still in town and you know, Derek said, hey, you know, I would have called Brittany and told Wade, hey, deal the final table. You know, that would have been a cool thing.
Family affair.
Having Wade deal with Brittany and me here, it would have been a cool thing, I think. Yeah, I saw it, Ryan. I wasn't going to say anything about Ryan's typo there. Of course, you know, I said Scott McGregor. You know, it's Conor McGregor. Of course, you didn't correct me. Not suited, the same color. The same color. You know, and I mean, you know, people laugh, but it's an advantage. You look at it, you know, okay, I got 2 red aces, and then if the 4 hearts come on the board, you don't have to look down to see if you have the ace of hearts or the ace of clubs.
Sure.
I got 2 red aces. I know I have the ace of hearts, you know. We freezing up again here?
Yeah.
You're fine.
So unfortunate we didn't see the ending of that last hand. I mean, it seemed exciting too. And somehow Andrew, you know, we tune out on the turn. He has 11%. Next thing you know, he has all the chips. I really don't know how that happened.
The one time somebody gets there, so far the one time somebody gets there on the river, and it freezes up.
We'll never know, you know.
I don't know. Well, somebody asked earlier about the weather. Who was it? I know somebody asked about the weather. We did get some heavy rain here, right?
Yeah.
But I got a call from my Brittany in Austin. She had some hail there, so. But we just got heavy rain, as far as I know, right? We didn't get any hail.
I think so.
Yes, 30, 60, 60 nowadays.
We got 241 tuning in, Chris. Head number 47 with that. Down to 6, final 6 now.
Sure.
Is that where we're at? 6?
Yeah, I think so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, 6, right? 6.
Go ahead and hit the like button, right? You're supposed to.
Yeah, hit it for Chris.
Exactly.
You know?
Hit it for Chris. Yeah, hit it for Chris.
I
sure.
mean, hell, I didn't hit it.
Yeah.
Let me go on and hit it. I appreciate you coming out, so I'm going to hit the like button.
Just 13.
How many likes do we have? Can you find them, Chris?
Looks like we have 58. 59 now.
59.
59.
Let's still by the push, though.
Come on, Oliver. You got to get the dog over here. We need more likes than that. Chris is here doing a good job. I appreciate him coming out and helping me out.
Mitch the legend.
Oh, I'm just stumbling through talking about Scott McGregor.
Scott McGregor.
I know what it. Oh man! Oh man! Oh man! After we get over this hand, I'll tell you. I said Scott McGregor. Anybody here know who Scott McGregor is? And don't be cheating and looking it up on your phone.
Chuck's going to limp in with the queen jack suited.
Yeah.
Aaron's going to get aggressive with the deuces. ISO. Sai has a suited ace.
He wants to play, but I think he's going to think better of it. I think he's going to throw it away. He doesn't like that 3. He likes that they're suited, but he doesn't like the 3. So did he throw it? He threw it away? Yeah, he threw it away.
You have to be careful in size position right now, considering there's a really short stack in the 3 seat. So
Yeah.
have to be cautious.
Heads up.
Fubar, very good. He figured it out if he didn't cheat.
Played pretty well. Wow, Chuck flops the double gutter.
Jedi knows he's the guy that did that thing.
Exactly.
You know, the thing. Not the first thing, the second thing.
Big flop for Chuck.
Check.
Chuck's going to check.
I can get behind all in. I can get behind call maybe, although it leaves you with a pretty awkward SPR stack to pot ratio on future streets.
True. Scott McGregor is not a volleyball company. Trey telling Chuck to be aggressive. Get in there. There it is.
It's going to come with call.
Yeah, the other thing. All right, the 5 bringing the 3rd spade. Neither Chuck or Aaron have a spade, which would lead the other 2 to believe that the other guy's got the spade. That's the way you would think about it, right? When you're out there? Well, I don't have a spade. Sure. He's got a spade. Possible.
Yeah, jam would have been interesting on the flop. You have a lot of equity about you against just about any hand with your double gutter. See what Chuck does. Ends up with queen high on this river. Like to see him go for.
I think anything. Can Aaron call anything if Chuck bets?
It would be very difficult. I don't really see a size other than all in. Maybe he can go for a really small block size, but I'd like to see an all in. He's gonna have flushes. He's gonna have 2 pairs. You know, he's gonna have.
Ah.
All right, we got a pair of deuces.
Pair of deuces are gonna do it. I would have liked to see some aggression from Chuck there, but
Any bet there. Chuck knows it now. You know, I mean, especially from Chuck. I mean, I don't know. Aaron couldn't call anything with deuces.
There's too many outs.
sure, it's easy to say that when you can see his hand. But even if we didn't know that Aaron was so weak,
Yeah,
we'd like to see some aggression.
yeah. So Gil, a friend of mine, a good friend of mine back in Baltimore. I know you know who Scott McGregor was a pitcher for the Orioles. You know, I just came here from Baltimore. He was a pitcher for the Orioles back in the 80s, late 70s, early 80s. A starting pitcher, and that's, you know, as you know, I'm a huge baseball fan. Understood. And baseball Poker is the third greatest game ever invented, Chris. The third. Baseball is the first greatest game ever invented.
Bar none.
And chess is second.
Huh.
Poker is third.
Interesting.
Yes. Yeah, there, Gil, he's on top of it. I said from the late 70s into the 80s, 76 to 88. Played for one team, that's right.
On top of it.
Raise. 175.
Let's see. Yeah, Aaron was showing a lot of weakness there, but and that's why I think it took Chuck so long to act. He didn't know whether or not Aaron was weak or whether or not he was just trying to trap. Sure. That's why it took him a long time to. And then he just played it safe. And of course, he knows now. But there it is, Sean, who has been very patient. Now he could very easily be the top story of this final table if he could count, if he could just happen to get some cards.
Sure.
He's already showed the patience, of me when I was married.
Frogzilla.
Frogzilla. Let's see what I want to watch and see how he plays these. Give me my piece of paper, pencil. I'm taking notes over here. I want to see how he does this.
Raise 135.
Raise it up, first act. Makes sense to me.
Well, somebody's got to have something. No?
I got it.
Well, Chuck.
Chuck's going to go all in from the small blind with ace-9 off and run into it.
Yeah, this is pretty brutal.
That's trouble, yeah.
If I've got the ace, I'm like, I can't even be suited against. I can't have suited ace-9.
9 on the flop.
And
Some hope.
he
Backdoor
hits a nine.
spades, a
He hits a
9.
Oh, that's
7.
9.
And there it is.
Good game. Enjoyed it. Thank you.
Chuck, I don't know. I mean, this guy's awesome. He's here all the time. He plays a lot. He's at the final table a lot during the dailies. I'm surprised he doesn't make it more here on Saturdays.
Okay, so we got a dead button.
Unfortunately, in that last hand, he thought about it. He wanted to make the call against Aaron.
Thank you.
And ace-9.
I figured they got it on camera.
Maybe a little tilty, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, great game, Chuck. I'm sure we'll see you tomorrow, the next day.
He had a 9, so if it hit another 9.
So he's going to take home. Where are we at? What's the number? What's the number, Chris?
It looks like $5,405. Right?
5G.
5 Gs.
Almost 5.5.
Nope, incorrect. Actually, $4,375. I think he went out in 6th.
Well, let's go to your tray there. Seeing how we told him it's going to be 5,400. Go to your tray over there.
We need to edit something out here.
Let's make up the difference.
Cut.
Okay. All right, Chuck. Appreciate you coming out.
Good
Great
game,
game.
Chuck.
$4,375. And I would not be surprised if we see him back at the final table soon. I mean, I'm surprised. Like I say, I'm surprised we won't see him more than we do.
Definitely a regular here.
He's a great tournament player. I played against him a few times.
Ran into him in level 1 through 4.
I don't ever recall.
Who's the quicker now?
I don't ever recall getting knocked out, busted out of the tournament by Chuck. But it could have happened. It could have happened, man. I don't know. I have won a couple of turbos here. I'm no stranger to the final table at the turbo.
I was here for one of them, I believe.
I know. I told you a couple of times I cashed. You're here, and I've mentioned to you, I cashed.
For future reference, I'm interested in railing. You make the final table of one of these turbos. I need to be there to witness it. Take some notes.
I will yell across the room.
All right,
Hey,
all right.
yo!
Hey, yo. Okay.
I'll yell to you.
Keep my ears open.
Sean got the button. Look at this.
It's a lot of patience.
If I had been card dead as much as he has, and I look down, I see Queen 5, and I'm on the button. This is what I'm talking about.
In that spot, actually, I think there's an argument for going for it. You're by far the shortest stack. You only have like 5 big blinds. I'm probably jamming the button there, considering there are only 2 players to get through, and you have decent equity against a lot of hands.
So you're saying my play would have been good there?
I think Mitch is pulling ahead there.
Yeah. Of course. I have to get past level 5 first.
Yeah, it's all this is talk until we pass level 5.
Yeah. When you know, I gotta tell you, Frogzilla's got the better of this hand right now, but I don't think he's too confident with it. He'll get the check mark. He's going to bet a little something. He'll take it down.
Bet feels a little bit dubious to me. I don't really know what worse hands you're getting called by, but
I got to tell you.
nice hand, Frogzilla.
When, I'm not going to say if. When I make it to level 6 on a Saturday tournament, I got to tell you, it'd probably be a little emotional for me.
You know, I'll probably hear about it after all this.
You know,
after all this chit chat.
You'll probably hear me crying from across the room. I mean, level 6.
I'll bring the Kleenex.
Okay. Oh man, level 6. Level 6. That's my new goal. Poker, make it to level 6 on Saturday. Yeah, and, you know, and Derek, I love that guy, man. He's like, you know, Mitch, you know, maybe you need the late reg, and then, you know, it'll be a little easier. I said, Derek, I have.
You know, that's a shortcut to level 6, is registering level 6.
Yeah, you know.
You can have your emotional moment, you know, without much work.
Well,
you just register level 6.
But it would be fake, you know. It's like, we haven't seen it here tonight. We haven't seen it, but the all-in stand-up.
Raise 300.
It works all the time.
Oh, yeah.
When you believe it. When you believe it.
This is in the book. I wouldn't be giving out this content for free if I were you, to be honest.
When you believe it in your... I'm serious. When you believe it in your heart, you know, and then you know, all the way down to your toes, man. I'm going, you know what? I'm going to get up, and you got to get the health to tilt the head, look back out of the corner of your eye, and bam, you smash it on the river. I don't think anything feels better than that.
It's a good feeling, for sure.
But, you know, it works. I'm telling you. You know, a lot of people pulled that move on me. Uh-oh. Sean.
Wow. Sean
There it is. There it is.
All in for his
Sean, I'm pulling for you, man.
6 big blinds.
I'm pulling for you because you've been sitting there patiently.
Sure.
Card dead.
Yes.
I'm pulling for you.
It's a nice guy. I played a little 2-5 with him the other day.
Nobody's going to call him. He's been sitting over there folding. That guy's got to have 3 aces over there. He's got 3 aces. You know, Sean, right now I got to tell you, I'm pulling for him because, you know, he's a better poker player than I am. I couldn't sit there card dead like that.
So I think I remember a hand I played with Sean the other day. We were playing 2-5, and it's like a multi-way pot. I forget all the action, but I have like top pair. We get to the river. He bets. The guy in between folds, and I call. And he looks at me and goes, I have the best hand I've ever had. That's like, oh shit. You know what I mean? That's a problem. When they start telling you call on the river and they have the best hand they've ever had in their poker career, it's an issue. He has like quad aces or something, you know.
God.
I have the best hand I've ever had. Oh boy.
Jeez. That's crazy.
I'm in trouble.
Yeah, that is.
It's not a good thing to hear, Mitch.
I'm telling you.
Raise
Aaron,
75.
come out and raise it, D. Raise what the ace for?
One right, thank you.
Thank you. Do we ever read on this? No? Okay, here we go. Sorry, guys. Chris isn't doing his job in here. I didn't have to chat up.
3 aces. Pick up your card protector, put on your jacket, start shaking hands.
Oh, yeah. Did I see Mark Wee? Mark, you in the chat? Did I see him over here? Where is it?
Yeah, he was down there.
Did I pass him? Like this way? Or somebody say something?
Raise
Right here. Yeah, who's that?
175.
Who's that? The blue? This is Chris Cashman.
How you doing, Mark? I think I saw you in the room earlier.
Oh, yeah?
What else do we have here?
Keep those numbers up there.
Jedi. He makes it to the 6th minute of any tournament. He's doing good. I want to play a table full of that guy.
Yeah. Couple pure hands.
Let's see. Pick up your card protector, your jacket, and start shaking hands. That's right. It works, man. I'm telling you. People do it to me all the time.
All in.
Rough. Herbert's all in with the king 5.
All right.
Only 6 big blinds. He's getting after it. Gets the job done.
There it is.
I would consider calling with Aaron's hand, I think.
Yeah, I would have too. I think he's got the chips.
Once again, it's really easy to see that when you when you see the king 5, you know.
Well, you know, when you see they're over there patience. But still, I mean,
I had queen,
Boom.
Yeah.
Got him with the
that's your buddy Harvey.
Cashman tourney fish. All right, buddy.
Snow. Snow, we need you to come in. I haven't seen you in a while. You know, you don't have to play. Just come in. I'll buy you a Coke.
I was waiting for you to tell him, hey, you want to smell?
Generous guy.
Like I do with my kids. Let me smell.
It's funny. When I got done dealing, my 8 hours were up. I had enough time to go out and get something to eat, and then come back. I asked the girls at the counter if they wanted to do anything to eat. Oh, what do you got? So I'll get a pizza. I'm like, yeah, sure, we'll take a slice. So I get out to the car. My son calls me. He's like, I'm stopping to get something to eat. You want me to get you something? I said, no, I just ordered a pizza. I said, come on in, you know, we'll share the pizza. He goes, okay. So I give a couple slices to the girls. Wade and I take the pizza to the break room, and everybody wants a slice. Paid $20 for a slice of pizza.
Tough spot.
Everybody eating a
So where's
pizza.
the broadcast?
That's pretty funny, though. It's okay.
Cashman tourney fish. Can't believe it.
It's your buddy Harvey.
Where's the band? Band button.
Harvey. Harvey made the final table here not too long ago.
Yeah, good tourney
They're
player.
usually pretty nice.
He's a solid poker. I think I was dealing. He was here today, right?
I don't think so.
We'll be mad about a couple hands, I'm sure.
I know he's playing.
Maybe it was yesterday.
Playing
I'm pretty sure I dealt to him yesterday.
Yeah, he was playing today on table 20.
Oh yeah, table 20. Yeah, that's where I dealt to him.
Raise 120.
All right, Frogzilla going to raise it up here. Hand number 59, blinds here, 30, 60, 60. Chris, we got 244 watching here on a Saturday night in Dallas, Texas Card House here. And just a reminder, we will have a new room opening up here on Wednesday. We got a tournament starting at $250,000 guarantee, $400 buy-in.
And that's a flop. Top 2 for Aaron.
Frogzilla in desperate need of a jack. He's going to make a bet. This could be trouble for Frogman here. Frog's not going to like this. He's going to get a call here. He's going to raise.
Hit it with a min raise.
Remember my father said,
Beware.
beware the min raise. Frogzilla. Excuse me. Frogzilla will make the call.
It's going to continue some
In
sick
desperate need.
some sick implied odds if you hit a jack.
Now he's going to hit a 10. This could be disastrous. Frogzilla's going to make the call. He's in need of a jack, a 10, or a king.
Ooh.
And he will hit the jack. He will make the straight.
And he likes to lead on this card.
Look at this. Look at this. You know, it shows nothing. He continues playing the. I'm telling you. I'm digging the jersey too, by the way. I talked to him a little bit about it.
Tough spot for Aaron. Pretty difficult to find a natural bluff. All in.
Wow.
Oh, jeez.
Wow. Frogzilla making the call.
You got me covered. You got me covered.
Aaron.
Don't like that play. I think you're never going to get a king to fold, and your hand probably plays better as a bluff catcher. Although I'm probably folding the queen nine. It's a tough spot, but he goes for it.
Yeah, it was a tough one. I mean, and again, if that's Chuck, then Aaron doesn't make that move because Chuck wouldn't. Frogzilla is just, his range is just unreal, and he put him on the bluff, and he goes, I don't think he's got the king.
The only real issue is if you think your opponent has a bluff, it makes a lot more sense to just call because none of your opponent's bluffs are going to beat your hand. And so your hand makes more sense as a bluff catcher if you believe your opponent's over bluffing that spot.
And there's Mitch saying the same thing right before you said it. Just make the call.
Yeah. Although it's very difficult to find a bluff there. Like, very few hands are going to continue versus your flop raise that end up bluffing the river.
Yeah, I mean, congratulations to Aaron. I tell you, he played well. I hear some of the players talking about the hand right now. Look, the guy played great. He felt he was bluffing. He made the, I'm all in. He went all in thinking, he's bluffing.
That's it.
He was wrong once today.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's going to finish fifth there. It is $5,405. Aaron, congratulations, young man. You did a fine job. And back to the action here. I'm sure we will see Aaron.
I thought it was you and I.
Yeah. I'm not sure I've ever seen him here. But,
well played, Aaron.
Yeah.
He bet 500.
No, but you checked the turn, did you not? Check back to him. Yeah,
Harvey says, can you scroll?
Behind the whole time.
Harvey says, took one from Chris's book, draining a hand that can fold. I've been known to get after it a little bit too much on the river, but that's worked to your benefit, Harvey. I paid you, we played heads up last week, and I paid him a lot of money bluffing the river, okay? I don't know why he's complaining about my free money, but we'll see.
Yeah, Mitch, I understand you're not saying that he should have called. Folding there, was obviously an option too, because the jack on the river, 4 cards to a straight.
Yeah, sometimes it's difficult to get away from like such a flopped monster like that emotionally. It can be difficult.
Anyway, nice hand for the frog man.
Now he has a commanding tip lead.
Yeah.
87 big blinds.
Yeah, Mitch, Frogzilla is not looking to finish second today. Big, huge lead here.
Doesn't matter what he had.
I got to tell you, though, I still think the top story is Sean. For me, I mean, obviously nothing against Frogzilla. Back-to-back weeks, he's obviously the top story the last 2 weeks.
Sure.
But, Sean, with the patience.
Looks like we have an all-in.
And he's, moving up the list.
Definitely, yeah. He's
that's a beautiful thing.
moved up 5 spots on the.
Are we freezing up here on an all-in? Okay, here we go.
Jack 10, 6. King high, good for now. Queen on the
Herbert
turn,
hit
but
the queen, but
Frogzilla
gives
still
open in
bounced.
there for Frogzilla. Ooh, just missed. Herbert's going to double up.
To go with it.
And obviously nothing wrong with Frogzilla's play right there. An opportunity to knock another player out.
Only 6 big blinds,
well,
yeah.
Sean was pulling for him. That.
That's for sure.
That. But nice hand, nice double up there for Herbert.
Now Cy finds himself in second place with 4 left. He started the final table as shortest stack, I believe.
Yeah, well, I mean, if Sean's not the top story, then it's got to be Cy, And again, no disrespect to Frogzilla. I mean, back-to-back tables.
It's like the middle. It's like
I think I've made it clear. I think the young man is a solid player. You know,
I mean, I think he's got to shove anything pretty high.
I might actually have you guys get together, play a little heads up, and charge people to watch. You know, make a couple dollars off.
You know, I'm a
of
little
this.
concerned because you said he can fight like Scott McGregor. You know,
No,
that's
pitch. He can pitch.
Ah,
Here we go.
He can fight
Here
like
we go.
Scott.
Talking about Cy, he's going to look down and see my favorite hand. Pocket
Great.
tens, and they're the same color.
on the big size, 200K at 60K big blind. Prefer a mid range, but takes it down regardless.
Ryan, I don't think anybody's talked about chopping. If I know Frogzilla,
I think he's coming.
there will be no chop.
No chopping, okay.
There will be no chop.
They're all in there, right?
And as long as Herbert, I don't know, Herbert is not a chopper.
Herbert's not a chopper?
I mean, in this situation,
Time to say much.
you know, Herbert, he comes into play.
No, the hand.
He doesn't come here to chop. He comes to play.
Oh, okay.
Tyler says there is no mention of a chop anywhere. Frogzilla's got a suited king here. We'll go ahead. He's going to start pushing people around. And there it is.
Makes a lot of sense to use that command chip lead to accumulate more as the two middling stacks have to wait for Sean to either bust or double up.
I would say, I think I've got about the most.
You know, it's playing the final table, you know, sometimes can be rough. There's certain ways you have to play, you know, so play from behind, short stack. You have to know how to play a short stack. You also have to know how to play, you know, when you have a big chip lead like that. And it seems like it would be easy, but it's really not. It's almost as hard. I think it's almost as hard to play with a big chip stack. You know, yeah, you have to push people around. But it's, you know, I mean, when you're short stack, your options are limited. You know,
Sure.
and you know, you don't have really much of a choice. You know,
I've got one.
the only thing is everybody's coming after you when you're short stack.
They're that good, huh?
Sean
I would
continues
have probably one card better.
to get the garbage. 7-5 offsuit.
You know, it's also particularly difficult to play these final tables because when you're playing these like large field live tournaments, it's not a spot that comes up that often. You don't, even if you're a good player, you're not making the final table that often. And so a lot of those dynamics are hard to figure out if you're just playing live tournaments.
Yeah. Down to the final four here. Hand number 65. Who you pulling for? Tyler wants to know. Who you pulling for? You got Sean in the third seat. Frogzilla right there in the middle. That'd be the 5 seat. You got Herbert, who's going to throw away to 6-5, and you got Cy.
All in?
Here we go.
All in with all.
All in and call.
All right.
Flipping.
This is the best I've seen, so
You had to go with that.
yeah, let's get it done.
Sean got a couple of picture cards. Frogzilla with the ace.
Not for you.
It's a flip.
Oh yeah.
Salem. Go ahead and put the flop out. We'll see what got going on here.
Yeah.
Sean going to hit the king.
Fade an ace or a 7 now.
An ace for Frogzilla. Oh, you got it. Are you kidding me? Sean. Sean.
Wow.
Dude,
River is not my
dude,
friend. Good game,
are you
guys.
kidding me?
Hey, safe
Gross.
travels home.
Yeah, for sure.
Sean, congratulations. I love the way you climbed the list there. Brutal way to end it. Oh, man. Frogzilla, the rich get richer. Sean, I was pulling for you there, brother. I wanted to see him stick around. Well, he's going to walk away $6,615 for his patience. Well worth it. Great play. Great. I don't know how he played all day, but he played well at the final table. Whether or not he's going to be the top story of the final table is kind of hard. I mean, Frogzilla, I mean, you know,
Hard to argue it.
yeah, he's making it happen here tonight. I really would have liked, as much as I, you know, love watching this kid play. I was pulled for Sean there. I wanted to see him double up, and it wouldn't have hurt Frogzilla at all. I just wanted to see him keep playing. Down to the final 3 here.
Okay. Lines are up, guys.
Interesting chip positions now. Frogzilla with 86 big blinds, Cy 16, Herbert 11. Some pressure on Cy to try and let Herbert bust first.
Yeah.
We'll see how things work out, though.
Down to the final 3, 264 of you tuning in. Hand 67. Lines are at 40, 80, and 80. Frogzilla crushing people tonight.
All the chips. It's going to get after it with the
Raise.
King Deuce.
Sorry. 160. Fold and fold.
He had me cry.
I really like how Cy's played this final table.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I agree. I mean, he's made. I mean, if he's made a mistake, I didn't see it. Did you?
No, I mean, he made that really disciplined laydown with Jacks earlier on.
Yeah.
He's really played well.
He just hasn't had. You know, he hasn't been as card dead as Sean. He was. That was pretty brutal. But he hasn't had much to deal with, and he hasn't had much ammunition. And Herbert, he's played well.
For sure.
Down in the final 3.
If I'm Herbert, I'm probably all in here. Yeah,
There it is.
all in. Cy doesn't have much of a decision.
Nickels and dimes. That's the hand I hate the most, by the way. 5-10. Frogzilla going to make the call.
Makes sense. Wakes up with a pretty one.
Cy very much paid attention to this hand right here. Herbert looking for a lot of clubs or an 8 or a 10.
There's a 10.
And there it is.
Some hope for Frogzilla. Backdoor straight draw, backdoor flush draw, queen jack.
A heart.
Doesn't
And there
find
it
it.
is. 2 pair for Herbert. He'll double up.
Tough to bust.
I'm impossible. to
Stack 40 wants to know what was the starting stack.
Oh,
40,000?
I think so.
40,000.
Where you at?
Doug R's like, stick it in.
That's
Stick it
20
in.
years ago, you remember?
What's that?
Yeah, 40,000.
Remember I sealed you like 20 years ago?
The buy-in, it's the last Saturday of the month, so the buy-in was
First tournament I ever played was a $25,000
$500 normally on a Saturday, or tournament is $365,
That's when I started there.
except for the last
Yeah,
Saturday.
the April main event, the championship event for the WPT in April.
With 31 players,
And we
I
had
was a
100.
cheerleader and I didn't even know what I was doing. And the craziest shit happened
You
after
didn't
that.
want to warm up with the 5K or anything?
With that is 173 entries today. Chris was not one of them.
Not today.
He was in the room, but he wasn't playing the tournament.
80.
And
They were taking my lunch money at the,
is
at the
that-
big game.
is
Yeah,
that what they were doing?
exactly.
Lightweight.
Okay, so he said all in.
Size all in.
Say, do you still want your field trip?
730K.
Seat 9 said all in.
Computer hand junior.
Size all in. He got a couple of picture cards. I always like. Let me ask you, Chris. You've been playing for a couple of years.
Yeah.
And I asked Derek this question a couple weeks ago. Do you still get that
Ivy in there and
that feeling
Bust out Howard
that you did in the very beginning when you look down and you see pocket aces? Do you still get that
Oh, yeah.
ooh feeling?
I peel all my cards right when they give it to me like it's a Christmas present, It's like always exciting, You a lot to look forward to.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
When you look up this on Hinden Mob, just go all the way to the very first tournament. You'll see it.
Oh, you cash?
Yeah,
I
guys.
think Herbert's telling a story about how his first poker tournament was a 25K WPT championship.
Freaking
Did he cash?
Yeah. Apparently he was chip
Russell
leading with
Rosenbloom?
31 left.
Well, I thought he said I thought he was talking about today, but I didn't think he was a chip leader with 37 people left today.
Anyway, I had
That was in the
10
25K
queen
WPT
spades, 2 spades hit
championship.
the
Cashed his
bottom.
first poker tournament.
Well, that's uptown.
Yeah, that's up there. That's a story.
That's uptown. I'm surprised I haven't heard this story before. If that was me, I'd be bragging about it all the time. I probably would have told you about it twice already today. While we're in here.
Second call for ADZ 1211.
Frogzilla flops the best of it again. Not that much.
Imagine
for,
that. Imagine that, right?
I know. Yeah. Side dwindling down a little bit.
Bet 110 fold.
He's gonna need some help to stay in the game here.
You know, I watch these tournaments, and I get in here, and a lot of times, the guy who ends up winning it is the guy who gets, you know, as we say, hit in the face with the deck, who has a great run of cards. But when this guy at the table, everybody else just if he's in the hand, they get scared because you don't know what he's going to do, man. He will put the pressure on you. Frogzilla will put the pressure on you, and you don't know. Is he bluffing? Does he got the nuts? You don't know.
That's tough.
He will make you play.
I'm not like I used to.
Oh, here we go.
We'll start a lot more now because I
Herbert's gonna.
so much
What's he gonna do with this?
Oh, well, I got a partner. I didn't actually.
There it is. He's all in. He said. Wow! Wow!
Big.
Wow!
Side wakes up with
Frogzilla could.
We off
I was
there,
gonna
Reese?
say he could hit it all. If he's got a good hand, he calls. It could be the end of it, but he's gonna sit back and watch. Ace King.
Sai has him narrowly covered, but this is effectively for all of it. Both of them. Eight's holding for now.
Herbert looking for an ace or a king or
Ace, king, 10.
or a 10. Any ace, king, or 10.
Ooh.
Wow!
Again.
Unreal.
Sick.
The rivers.
Take care.
The rivers that keep.
That queen 3 didn't
Wow.
call, so you came a long way.
Wow, and that's
Wow.
it. Heads up.
I'll let you talk about Sal because he played great.
There's a dead button here, and the
Yeah, Sai played great. I think he. He started the day as the small stack, and now, cashes for third, which ends up being what's the number, Mitch?
Let's see what we have here. What is the payout here?
do you think I get the button?
$8,160.
Not bad. He played very well. Even there, I don't know. That wasn't a mistake.
I agree.
He got
I
pocket
agree.
ace. He was ahead. Coin flip ahead.
Button should be jamming so wide, yeah.
And
It always gets
if that's the way your tournament ends, you get
Hey,
it
Donovan.
all in good, and you finish
The
third.
next hand will be on you, and you still do the small again.
Great job, Sal.
I think you'd be the
Outside,
button.
great job.
Both players have 10,625 locked up now.
The button be on C5.
Playing heads up for just about 3,400 bucks.
Yeah.
Okay.
How much I owe? 80?
So let's go back.
All right, so
We'll
small
see what's
the
going
button,
on
big
here live.
Yeah, we're still at 40.
And now we're down to heads up.
We can now say anything we want.
Heads up. Who you pulling for?
Yes, I can.
Frogzilla with ace 3. Play it out. Mitch says play it out.
Pocket 7.
I said if Herbert, if they were in it, there wasn't going to be a chop.
Just said 7.
And look at the last two.
Good job.
All right, guys, we've got 286 of you watching. Hand number 73. Heads up.
Well, you didn't.
Chris wants to know where you guys are listening from. So if you let us know, I'd like to know. You
I'd
want
like
to know,
to
Chris?
know. Yeah.
You want to know?
Let's hear it.
Where are you listening from? I know we have. I know Emily is listening from Frisco.
Hello, Emily.
And they said the field against him.
Mitch is pulling for Frogzilla.
Who else said that? Well,
I don't know.
So let us know in the chat where you're from after a couple of hands. Seeing how it's heads up after a couple of hands. We'll check in.
small blind.
This is something Ben used to do when he was here, so we'd like to continue it.
Sure.
Because
Call and
gives everybody an opportunity to let us know.
Looks like Herbert limps the button. Frogzilla's going to check. Limping the button's definitely a thing at this stacked up.
Yeah. Well, he got the better of it.
Got that for a little bit of protection.
raise. You said all in? All in.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That hand went check. Herbert bet on the button. Got raised and then what? 3-bet jammed bottom pair. Went for it.
Potato, 1 to the limit.
Oh yeah, everywhere.
I guess it should be.
Ben R, 2-5.
Raise. 240.
Frogzilla gonna raise it up there.
All in.
Cool.
You have an all-in and a fold there. There's, look, there's Nick over there. You see.
Alan, 2-5.
I haven't. That was. Okay.
Is it all in? All in. Cool.
Okay. All right, so let's see here. It has. Let's see what we got. What we got here, Chris? We got some. Let's see who we got.
Durant, Little Rock, Arkansas, Vermont,
Vermont,
Gig Harbor, Washington, Post Falls, Ohio, Idaho.
Post Falls. What else we got? Dayton, Ohio, Massachusetts. You know, that's where Boston is. We got Butte County, Hillsboro, Oregon, Laredo, Texas. I've been down there a couple times.
Glen Burnie.
There it is.
I'm not a Glen Burnie fan personally, but you know, I've heard so things.
That's my good buddy Glenn, Gil over there in Glen Burnie. There it is. Arlington, the metro adjacent. Okay. There's Laredo again. Point Nemo? Where's that?
I think it's like the furthest point from human civilization or something like that.
Okay.
Just a goof.
I already went.
Ben Ben and Angie moved back home to Wisconsin, just outside of Chicago, I believe it is. There's Nevada, Luning. Couple places there. All right, we'll go get back the heads up here.
Herbert's gonna lift the button. Check 9 off.
Frogzilla going to raise it up with the ace-8.
480K to go.
Do what you got to do. I'm taking a break.
All right. Herbert wants to take a break, looks like.
And at the news of that break, we have some spoilers, I believe.
So spoilers?
Yeah, it looks like at the end of this 5-minute break, they agree. Herbert doubles up the first hand, and they agree on even chop.
An even chop.
At $12,385 each. Save you guys a little time.
Well, there you go. All right,
well,
well,
sit
sounds
through the
good.
10-minute break.
So Herbert, so there you have it, everybody. Herbert's going to take a 5-minute break. They're going to come back and play a hand. Herbert's going to double up, you say?
Exactly.
Awesome. Then I guess they'll make it even chop at $12,385 each. Not a
Peaceful
bad
result.
day. Not a bad day. And I guess that'll be it then. All right. Well, we come back here. All right, Chris. What do you think?
Appreciate you guys
Did you
tuning in.
Did you have a good time?
Oh, yeah.
Are you going to go out and check out the new room?
I'll be there 9 a.m. bright and early.
On Wednesday. Sounds good. Hopefully I'll be there. Guys, appreciate you coming out. Good luck. Frogzilla and Herbert, chop, even chop. Here's my little thing there. Thank you, Frogzilla. Guys, appreciate you coming out. Good luck. Behave yourselves. And Chris, thanks again. See you guys later.
Anytime.
All right, guys.